Greetings BookTube, I'm Anders and today I will review The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King. It's a thriller horror story about 9-year-old Patricia Tricia McFarland who gets lost in the forests along the Appalachian Trails in Maine and New Hampshire. Tricia, her older brother and their mother are out on a 6-mile hike. Her brother and her mother are constantly arguing and neither of them pay any attention to her, even when she tries to tell them that she has to pee. So when they get to a fork in the road, her mother and brother walks down the more worn path. She takes the less worn path, thinking that she could maybe pee down there, but she doesn't want to pee on the path, so she walks into the woods between the paths. And then instead of going back and having to go around, she wants to just keep going straight and get to the correct path. Unfortunately, she misses the path and walks straight into the forest. And eventually she comes to a ravine. And while she's trying to get down, she stumbles and falls and slides, and she ends up stopping in a wasp's nest. And that's not good. She gets stung about half a dozen times before she can run away, and now she's completely lost. And even worse, she has a feeling that someone's watching her, or something, rather than someone. In the evening when she camps, she takes out her Walkman. That's a portable cassette player for you young people out there, and maybe you don't even know what cassette tape is, so... Anyhow, they also have a radio receiver in them, so she finds a station that broadcasts the Red Sox game, and she's very happy about hearing human voices again, and even more happy to hear that her bae, the closing pitcher Tom Gordon, managed to save the game. After turning off the Walkman, she's back in the dark woods, and she still feels like someone's watching her. Or something is watching her. And I probably should stop talking now. There are two things running through the book as a theme, I guess. It's her love for Tom Gordon and baseball, and wasps. Hence the name of the book. And the wasp on the naked hardcover. It's actually quite a short book. It's just over 200 pages. Still, it has a lot of story in it. Stephen King really has a way with words. It really sucks you into the story. I got this book maybe 10-15 years ago. I read it back then and I haven't read it since, and I could still remember a lot of the big plot points. And I very much enjoyed it. And I do recommend it, especially if you like horror stories. It's not as scary as some of his other books, and it is about a 9-year-old girl. Still, I don't think I would give it to a 9-year-old. Maybe a few years older. It's not that scary, but you know, I myself is much older than that, and I got emotional reading it, especially towards the end. So if you're an emotional reader like me, you might want to have tissues nearby. And I should issue a trigger warning. The book is about a kid who gets lost in the woods, so if you know someone who has been lost in the wood, or if you have been lost in the wood, it might trigger you. Just wanted to throw it out there. I guess that's all for this review. Have you read this book? And what did you think about it? Thanks for watching, and until next time. Ends up stopping in a wasp net. And ends up stopping in a wasp net. And end up stopping in a wasp's nest. And ends up stopping in a wasp's nest. Damn it, why so hard? And she ends up stopping in a wasp's nest. I shouldn't laugh at that. A lot of the big plot points.